love that. I love that rock god fall off thing. Different to this sort of fall off. Those fall offs are cool, but I like those rock fall offs, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey, g'day guys, Nigel here from Sax School. You know, I've been really digging into Clarence Clemons this week. Clarence Clemons, I think he's the master at that sort of rock power sax sound. And he's definitely a guy to check out. You know, as saxophone players, we should check out all different types of players because that's what helps to round out our technique. And you know, if you're out playing with bands or wanting to go out and play with bands, then it's really important to be versatile and understand all different sorts of styles, not just specifically one. So Clarence is the guy that was with Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band. So he recorded the Born to Run iconic solo, Jungleland. He also did Freeway of Love, Aretha Franklin. He's done tons of stuff, tons of great solo albums too. But he's got a great big sound. Check this out. Yeah, I think that's really cool. If you're trying to get that sort of sound, then he's the guy to check out. In fact, in Sax School this week, I created a whole new set of training called the Clarence Clemons Sound Formula to try and break down the elements of Clarence Clemons' sound so that you can take some of those elements and include them into your playing. It's really handy if you're playing in a band that's doing this sort of music, if you're doing things like Jungleland or Born to Run, or if you just want to get that big powerful sound. So that's inside Sax School actually. So with the Sax School membership you get access to that. I've done some other sound formula lessons and like 700 other lessons in our student pathways. There's tons of great stuff in there to help you out. And there's a link below if you fancy joining thousands of other players and get started with that. But let's have a quick talk about why those fall-offs are different to your normal sort of fall-offs, because something very interesting is happening in my body as opposed to in my fingers. So to get that sound like Clarence Clemons was doing there, I'm not using my fingers at all. I'm doing everything in my mouth. So first of all, let's back it up a bit. So that sound, that big fat sound, he's using a metal mouthpiece. I'm using a hard rubber mouthpiece. But I can still kind of get that sound, and the way I'm doing it is by making sure that my throat is very open. So it's almost like when if I'm yawning or if I'm singing opera. Oh, okay, everything's really open, the tongue's really low in my mouth, and I've got a great big cavity in here, and that helps lots of air to flow into the saxophone. Also, I've got my embouchure quite loose. I'm supporting the mouthpiece, but I'm not squeezing it, I'm not biting on it. So that's quite loose. If I tighten up, it goes sharp, it sounds thinner, it hasn't got as much vibrance, but if I relax, so this is really just being held firm enough so that my reed can vibrate and stay in tune, but but not too tight, so that means it can really vibrate and get a big sound. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I am doing that fall off just using my embouchure, so it's more like a bend. So we're using the note D, so I've got my octave key on, 3 fingers and 3 fingers. And if I hit that D, and then I just relax everything. So you get that real that real fall, like a big sigh, as I'm relaxing my embouchure. At the same time, I'm slowing down on my air, so my air is slowing down, and it stops before I get to the end of the note. So it's not, it's fading out as I'm bending down. It's a really important thing. So there's the embouchure, there's a big relaxed sort of bend down with my embouchure. So relaxed embouchure, the bend down with my embouchure, and the third element that's happening in there is I'm using a bit of a growl effect. So I'm actually, I'm singing through my saxophone while I'm blowing. I'm going like that, doesn't sound very good, does it? You put those 3 elements together, the relaxed embouchure, the bend down with the embouchure, and a bit of growly sound, and then you can get that Clarence Clemons sound. It's really, really cool. Okay, so that's how you get that Clarence Clemons bendy rock fall off, the rock god fall off. I think it sounds really cool. Have a go and see if that works for you. And let me know in a comment if you try using all of those 3 techniques. Do you do it the same way? Or do you do something different? Do you maybe roll your tongue instead of using a growl? And also let me know if you get a chance to play Born to Run or Jungleland or Freeway of Love, any of those iconic solos when you're out gigging with your band. I'd love to know. And don't forget, if you want to check out Sax School, check out their full Clarence Clemons sound formula. We'll look for the link below, mcgillmusic.com. There's literally hundreds of lessons in there to guide you through all aspects of playing the saxophone. It's really great fun and I'd love to see you in there. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm putting new videos out all the time. Click the notifications button too so you get notified when a new video comes out. Keep practicing hard, guys. I'll catch you next time.